It's day 2 of the 2024 State Boys Basketball Tournament, day 1 for the teams in Class A. Today on CCX, a quarterfinal round matchup between Heritage Christian Academy of Maple Grove, 21-7, an unseeded team, and the West Central Area Knights of Barrett, 27-3, the number 2 seed in the Class A tournament. John Jacobson at Target Center today. And welcome to our coverage. And this is a big event for both of these programs. Heritage Christian Academy, just their second state tournament appearance and their first since 2018. And for West Central Area and the communities that make up that program, their first ever. And so a lot of fans have made their way from the Barrett area to the Twin Cities for what they hope will be a successful weekend for their team. They have had a really good season, 27-3 on the season. As I mentioned, the number 2 seed, Heritage, coming in at 21-7. This is the third of 4 quarterfinal round games today at Target Center. Cherry, the top seed, no trouble with Russell Tonga Ruthven winning 78-46 in the first game of the day. Nevis pulled away from Mountain Lake Country in the second game to win, and they have advanced, the 5 seed, to play Cherry tomorrow. And then the final game here today following this one will feature Fertile Beltrami, the number 3 seed, against Goodhue. Well, let's look at this one. As I mentioned, West Central Area 27-3, play a lot of 2A schools in the West Central Conference, have been very successful over a number of years, with their first time getting to state. And Heritage Christian came in out of Section 4, beat West Lutheran, one of their rivals, in the section final to get to state for the first time in a half dozen years. And Coach Tim Herman's got a good squad here. And then they'll have a tough matchup, though, against West Central. Let's look at our key players, starting with Heritage Christian Academy. Team made up mostly of juniors, a lot of guys who've started since their freshman year, including Josh Okee. Over 1,000-point scorer already in his career as a junior guard. Averages nearly 19 points and 7 rebounds per game. Definitely their top player. They've got some good balance, but he's the one that leads the way scoring-wise. Talk about balance for West Central. They have 4 starters that average between 13 and 15 points per game, including Cam Anderson, 15 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists per game. They're not a very tall team, but a lot of really good, scrappy guards that can shoot and play good basketball. A gritty team, as Coach Hunter described his club, but they have gotten this to this point with plenty of talent and plenty of hard work. And Cam Anderson, one of the guys that's going to have a big game for the Knights today for them to advance on to the semifinals. Big stage at the Target Center for these teams. It's Heritage Christian Academy. West Central Area will tip it off from Minneapolis on CCX after this. From Target Center in Minneapolis, quarterfinal round of the State Class A Boys Basketball Tournament. Heritage Christian Academy and West Central Area. John Jacobson, joined by Jay Wilcox. And Jay, it's always exciting to play in the state tournament. And for these teams, none of these kids have been in the state tournament. And be able to play here at the Target Center, home of the Timberwolves, a pretty special day for them.
Yeah, an exciting time for West Central. As West Central, they've never been here, and with their individual schools they haven't, and for Heritage, just one appearance, and that was 6 years ago, so obviously brand new for all of their players. And so I think it's extra exciting for the people that haven't been a part of it before. You're hoping that the nerves go away quick in a game like this, because I think that's fair to say that the big arena and just the different background and everything, it sometimes can make for a slow start. But once you get out there, you're hoping that you can just play basketball like you've played all your life.
Let's look at the starters for today's game for Heritage Christian. They're the visitors today. Josh Shokeye, Jonah Moulton, Owen Haig, Abu Tarawali, and Griffin Booms. The starting five. And for West Central, Cam Anderson, Mitch Dewey, Nasir Dotz, Ben Bai, and Bryce Chesbo. We talked about this, Jay, yesterday when we did the 4A games. And anytime we do a state tournament, bigger floor. You have the NBA three-point line. Sometimes the kids see that, and they either consciously or unconsciously shoot from back there instead of the closer high school three-point line.
Yeah, when you're playing the game, that line, I mean, you tell yourself beforehand that it's a different line, but you're just used to seeing a line and you kind of set your feet behind it.
An opening tap won by the Knights. West Central first possession of the game. Anderson swinging the pass left side to Dotz. Couple dribbles to the side of the paint by Chesbo. Ball movement by the Knights in their opening possession. A little floater by Anderson comes up short. And Tarawali, who averages 13 points and 13 rebounds a game, gets the first rebound of today. Okay, stepped on the baseline. Turnover for Heritage.
Our first look at really both of these teams. Heritage Christian, of course, in our viewing area in Maple Grove, but haven't been able to see them play in person this year, so it'll be exciting to see both these teams in action.
Ball lost side of the lane, and get a whistle and a foul as Bai was trying to pick up the loose ball, and the hand reaching in commits a foul. Foul's going to be on Haig, his first. First foul of the game. Bounce pass in to Bai, and some traffic, but able to bank it in.
Did a good job gathering himself to go up there strong.
First points of the day. Booms to the front court. Off to Haig, skip pass across, Shokeye, and on the corner to Moulton. Good shot from the baseline, didn't drop. Rebounded by Dotz. Anderson ahead to Bai, gathers himself, and he's got the first two baskets of the game.
He was able to beat Tarawali back down court. Tarawali, a Division I football prospect, a big body, but running the court to keep up is going to be something he's going to have to do today, this afternoon.
Corner three ball is good, and the first points of the day for Heritage Christian from the junior, Jonah Moulton.
That's what he's best at. He's a shooter.
Anderson turns the corner. Another floater shot from him, not good. Rebounded by Bai. Gets it back out. Shot up, not good. Off the hand of Dewey and rebounded by Shokeye. Couple fakes, spin, and then he'll hand it off on the pass to Moulton. Tarawali down on the block, short. Got a hand on it, and then rebound pulled down by Dotz. Pass broken up by Tarawali, and unable to save it was Haig. West Central basketball.
Another look at this nice little dish. Drew the defender, and Moulton is locked and loaded, ready to go from the corner. Tarawali hurt me, I think, about running back, because he got back to break that one up. They will sub him out now as well and bring in the 6'6" freshman there in Palmer.
First sub of the game, and he's a lean kid, but you can tell he's got room to grow yet, right? Had a hand on the ball, and it's going to be off of him, and still with West Central basketball. Craig Hunter on your right, 28th year. Tim Herman on your left, 20th year. Both veteran coaches have been with their programs a long time. Craig Hunter said 31 years in all with for him at the school, and 28 now as the head coach. We've had a lot of good teams that are out of tough Section 6, and this one was able to break through and get to state. Nice skip pass across Chesbo, a couple of dribbles, and back out. Anderson for three hits.
Good job of drawing the defense there, and Anderson was waiting and ready.
Shokeye draws a double team. He's able to dribble through it, still with it. Line pass over into the corner to Moulton. They close on him. Baseline drive, Haig up, too strong, and the rebound taken by Chesbo. Dewey turns and then passes the ball back off to Anderson. The baseline, picks up his dribble and throws it back out. Drive to the basket, a little scoop shot off the backboard, not good for Dewey. And Choquet back quickly for Heritage. And his pass, he intercepted, came up short on the pass and picked off by Dewey. And then his pass intercepted by Choquet, who stepped in front of Dots. The basket and one. Owen Haig with the hoop.
Looked like he knew what he wanted to do right when he got that ball. The defender got over there, but Haig's a lefty and kept it going. As you get a look first at that previous make by Cam Anderson for West Central, and then the drive and finish by Haig. Good job to concentrate through some contact there.
Choquet, a 1,000-point scorer, but Tim Herman in his game notes noted that the other guys who are juniors who started, like Jostens did since his freshman year, will be 1,000-point scorers, he feels, next season at some point. That's something. You got that kind of quality and kids that can score and have been with the program that long. Missed three ball, hustle on the tie-up underneath.
Boy, Anderson he did a good job getting to that ball when it looked like it was going to be Heritage's rebound.
Wally back in for Heritage Christian. Sam Hansen into the game along with Marshall Dewey for the first time for West Central. I'm a little floater up and in. That's Griffin Booms with his first basket. We're tied up at 7. First 4.5 minutes of play. Anderson, nice job to wait for the defense to kind of go past him, and he's got his second hoop.
I loved how he went fast and then went slow at the end to let the D overcommit.
Booms to Tarawali, trying to get to the basket, but lost the ball on the way. Mitch Dewey with it. He'll put it up. Back iron not good. Loose ball on the floor, and Choquet has it for HCA. Baseline drive. Booms. Floater not good. Tipped out to the corner. Tarawali saves it back to the middle. Choquet back to Tarawali. And whistle for traveling.
The guys on the Knights bench are relieved that they survived that collision with Tarawali after making that save. And that one just looked disjointed all the way. You kind of figured it might end in a travel. Here's a look at him as they definitely cleared the way when he was coming. Playing Palmer and Tarawali in there together now as they were giving up a little bit inside earlier.
Hansen, Anderson, trying to go inside with the interior pass was by, but that was picked off. Trying to feed it to Marshall Dewey. Tried to the baseline, another traveling. And they tried to come to a stop with Palmer. Cash Nelson, 6'1" junior guard, number 35, in for the first time now for the Knights. Knights lead the Eagles by 2, 12.5 minutes to play here. First half at the Target Center. Ball deflected, turnover. And Booms. Not a shot up, got deflected. Tarawali and down low, good pass. And put away by Palmer.
Good recovery after the near turnover by Booms there.
Nelson to the baseline, back out to Hansen. Hansen kicks it out, back, and the wing, and the three-pointer knocked down by Cash Nelson. Shot missed by Tarawali and rebounded by West Central. Knights trying to build on their three-point lead. Shot from this side, this time from Nelson, not good. Rebounded by the Knights. Another three put up by Mitch Dewey. That missed and out of bounds.
Been doing a pretty good job of getting open looks, rotating the ball, but it felt like that last possession a little bit tired. There's a look at that great pass by Tarawale. The defense just lost track of Palmer, and you see Tarawale says, "Yeah, I spotted him there," and he did.
Well, we talked about the bigger floor and the three-point line, but the other thing that we've seen already for both coaches, you got to run the extra feet and the extra width. So both coaches getting players in and rotating guys. You get a little more tired out here compared to your normal high school court.
I would agree, and I also think it's a very good idea that anybody that you expect is going to play, that you don't wait too long to get them a little bit of court time.
Tarawale on the block. And then kicks it back out. Driving in as Haig gets it blocked from behind by Heritage gets it back, but shot clock expires.
Yeah, they did not reset, obviously, there. It didn't hit the rim on that block, and Simston didn't realize it.
Good jump by to get the block and not foul. And Sistelin just didn't know how much time was on the clock. So, turnover back over to West Central.
They turned it over a couple of times after Heritage went to zone, but then they got a couple of good shots after that.
Tough shot from Nelson, but rebounded by the Knights and put in from the outside by Anderson.
Off missed shot, sometimes you can find yourself open along that three-point line.
Whistle will get a blocking foul. Look at that last sequence. And the three for Anderson.
After they got that offensive rebound, a lot of times the defenders are not really quite in position, and actually didn't do too bad a job getting back to him, but he was open enough to drop that one home.
Well tipped, but corralled in the corner, and then we get another foul on West Central.
Just kind of an excuse me one from Anderson there. He got a piece of that ball initially, but then couldn't stop his momentum and ran into the eagle there.
Third team foul on the Knights. Haig open for a three. A little strong, and then we're getting a backcourt foul whistled against Heritage on Sistelin. Sophomore with his first foul.
A little bit of a cold snap here for Heritage right now. They're getting some decent looks now and again, but trying to get back into a rhythm a little bit here.
Both teams have gone 8 deep so far here in the opening half of the first half.
Extending that defense out now, maybe looking to trap a little bit.
Anderson, lob down low, we get contact, and a foul against Douglas Cooper.
Little back screen freed Chesbo up. Went up, and he was too far underneath to really go right up initially, so he did a good job of making sure that he got a little better angle and gathered himself there, and defender just got up in the air and couldn't avoid him.
Free throw up and in. Bryce Chesbo, 6'1" senior. Got a sophomore brother, Carter, on the team. They've had Brian, one of the assistant coaches for West Central. One out of two, and corralled by Palmer. Into the front court comes Booms. Dribbles and then back out high. And backing off now is Haig. Off to Moulton, side of the lane. Palmer. Back out, hesitation, a little drive into the lane, and it drops over for Griffin Booms.
Bump on the drive a little bit there, and he went up and battled through it. It almost looked like he kind of liked that contact.
Anderson likes a little running one-hander. This one didn't go. Heritage back on the run. Haig, offensive foul.
Yeah, you could kind of see that one developing. He tried to avoid it, tried to sidestep, but I think it seemed to be a pretty good call there, yeah. As Chesbo got himself set up.
That's Haig's second, so he'll come out here.
He almost avoided it. It was sort of a glancing blow, but I think he still got enough into the shoulder that you kind of had to call that one.
Tarawali back in. Shokaye also back in for Heritage. Nelson back out high. Bounce pass to the wing. Mitch Dewey to Anderson, and gets blocked by Palmer. Shokaye. He'll pull up and hit a three.
I say he's been pretty quiet so far, and he's kind of their leader offensively usually. And I look for him to get a little more aggressive, whether it's distributing or taking the shot for himself.
And that's his first basket today. Heritage back within two. Anderson, glass and good.
Boy, he went a long way with that last step. That was a nice finish there. He's not all that big, but very crafty at the edge of the lane there.
Shokaye, it booms, penetrates, his runner not good. Tarawali, offensive rebound, trying to get his footwork set, puts his shot up, not good. And rebounded by Sam Hansen. Front court pass, Mitch Dewey. By, trying to go up over Palmer, missed, and the first try, gets fouled on the second.
Made a pretty good move on that initial one. There was not a lot of room on the baseline. And then did a good job staying with it. Here's a look at Shokaye pulling up.
That was definitely not a three. It was called a three, but and not a little bit. I mean, his feet were solidly on the white, Jay.
Yeah, we're at the other end from that. So initially, I couldn't tell that, but definitely appeared to be video evidence to show that it should have been a two.
By hits the first free throw. In and out. Missed, rebounded by Palmer. Shokaye lobs it ahead. Back to Shokaye from Booms. Into Tarawali, trying to gather the ball in. Shot up, not good. Gets his own rebound and puts it in. His first basket. All five starters have scored now for Heritage.
He's had some misses in there early, but just stayed with it. Really good hands on the catch there, too.
Nelson, three, not good. Rebounded by By. Back to Nelson. Skip pass across. Wing shot, not good from Mitch Dewey. A ball out of bounds off of West Central. Marshall Dewey back in for the Knights, along with Bryce Chesbo. Haig, despite the two fouls, Jay, is back on the floor for Heritage. Sometimes when you see a guy get two in the first half, you don't see him the rest of the half, but they're going to trust him that he won't pick up another run traveling here.
Yeah, it's a tough call sometimes. I mean, I think, if you sit a guy for too long, they have a little trouble getting back into rhythm too, and that sometimes can play into it.
And he comes right back out as Palmer substitutes for him.
And obviously it's more likely you're going to pick up a foul at the defensive end. So when the opportunity presents, you might see some of that back and forth, have them in there for offensive trips.
Spin move, and nice job getting to the basket, but missing the shot there. Bryce Chesbo out of bounds off Heritage.
He made a good move on that one, but the length of Palmer still bothered him a little bit. Like you said, Palmer, he looks young, he's thin, probably going to get bumped around a little bit, but you can't teach that height, and he's got some skill too.
Anderson inbounds out high. Dots swings it back out high. Another outside shot, three-pointer up and in for Chesbo.
I think Dots should get an assist and a half on that one, just the way he drew the D. That was a really nice setup.
Booms curling around, trying to get it to Palmer, now does. Choquet out high. Tough shot from the side of the lane, not good. Terawali going over by, got his hand on the rebound, and it's off of by out of bounds, or perhaps off of Chesbo. Look at that last basket again for West Central. Good draw on the defense, as you mentioned, by Dots, and then a three-point shot from Chesbo. To the corner, and the ball stolen right off the inbound pass by Hansen.
Hate to have those unforced turnovers in a game like that, but nobody was getting open, and he was feeling the pressure to get it in.
By hands it off to Dots. Outside from Hansen. That's a good three-point shot for Sam Hansen. A couple of threes off the bench for West Central now. Moulton. Tough shot. Not good. Palmer couldn't get a hand on the rebound. West Central a little run here, and they've got the ball again. Mitch Dewey off to Dots. Inside to By, up, not good. It's fouled though by Palmer.
Good interior passing. It was interesting when I was over visiting Heritage the other day. The word that Josh O'Kay used to describe West Central was unselfish. And we've seen that in some of these last possessions for them. Keep that ball moving, and whoever's open is going to get it.
Free throw comes up short for By. Second one also short, and last touch, off of either Moulton or Haig.
Yeah,
and they both thought it was off of Bryce Chesbo.
Haig had his hands on it, but it looked like it was, pushed through his hands by the West Central player, I thought. But
bounce pass, loose ball, picked up by Hansen. And a lot of traffic, and then the block by Palmer, and the shot underneath by Anderson. Choquet trying to dribble through two players. This time didn't work. Anderson handoff, and up and in. Banked in two by Dots.
Dots did a good job protecting that ball with his body as Choquet tried to get the block. Choquet trying to dribble through traffic too many times here.
Turned it over again. Anderson lays it up and in. Timeout, Heritage Christian Academy. HCA is falling behind West Central by 13 points at 29-16.
The trapping defense has given them some trouble here and turning it over a couple of times. Boy, Choquet made a great block on this one. Looked like it might have almost been a goaltend, and then it still ends up going in. I was amazed that the spin, that it was like his hand blocking it almost helped that to spin in.
Talking about the state tournament history early, Heritage Christian 2018, their only previous state tournament appearance, and that was a kind of an unheralded team, Jay. I think they were maybe 9 wins going into section play, got hot, won 3 games there, and then lost in 2 one-sided games in the state tournament that year. But had some good teams prior to that, right? And just weren't able to make up this year, able to come through.
Yeah, Tim Herman was telling me that that previous trip was, they had actually maybe had a couple better teams before that. Minneapolis North, if you remember, was back in Class A at that time and in their section. So they were knocked out, and he said he feels like certainly it was exciting to get there in 2018, but they at that time kind of figured they wouldn't maybe match up all that well with the state tournament teams. He said, this year we feel like we have more weapons, more of an opportunity to be pretty competitive when we get down there. And I would say that was true up until the last couple minutes. It didn't look like it quite as much here after the nice little run by the Knights.
Well, the two words that Coach Hunter used to describe his team as you look at Heritage breaking through. Haig knocked out of bounds. Oh, it's off of Haig. And West Central, he told me, and I said this early, scrappy and gritty, and I think we've seen that so far with pretty good characteristics for the Knights. So yet another turnover for Heritage, Jay, and that's hurting them as much as anything right now.
Yeah, Haig got that shot blocked, which in and of itself wasn't the end of the world, but it apparently hit his hand again on the way out.
That's into the front court. Anderson, and then out high is Chesbo. And they move the ball well. Everybody involved here in the set. Anderson, side of the lane to back to Anderson in some traffic, kicks it out. Corner three, Mitch Dewey spins around and not good, rebounded by Palmer. Got a good look, but just shot wouldn't fall. Booms into the front court. Now on the right wing. And picked up his dribble, got it deflected, and then goes to the basket and scores.
Well, that worked out well for him after he got it knocked away. He didn't hesitate. It almost, if you just blinked, you might have thought he double dribbled, but I guess it was knocked away.
And a blocking foul here on Jesper Sinstone. On the drive by Cam Anderson.
Watch this play here as he's rotating the ball, and it looks like Dots just got a piece of it, and Booms was more than happy to just take advantage of that. Not the way you draw it up, but it worked out. You see West Central has kind of upped their defensive pressure, not just when they were full court, but in the half court. They're making things more uncomfortable now for Heritage, and you're seeing some guys kind of being a little hesitant with the ball. They're not, they're leaning back. They're kind of getting caught a little bit off guard, it seems like, by the pressure. A little blood time here, it looks like.
And they're going to take a timeout. West Central is here. They clean that up on Cam Anderson. The foul was the 7th of the half on Heritage Christian Academy, and so West Central will go to the line here for a 1-on-1. State tournament moves to Williams Arena on Friday for the winner of this game. And loser goes into consolation play at Concordia Academy, Gangelhoff Center in St. Paul. Students are excited, right? Especially West Central, well, both schools would have gotten out of school to come to the ball game today.
Yeah, it's not a huge crowd, but a noisy crowd.
Yes.
The students are into it. And it's always interesting, too, when you have, teams or towns that are farther, like in Class A, that are farther apart. I mean, they have no rivalry whatsoever coming into this. But throughout a game, you're pulling for your team, and then just seeing how they match up against a really unknown opponent for both of these. Obviously, you get a chance to watch a little bit of film, but in terms of like in-person knowledge or anything, not likely.
Anderson already near his season average for points. Averages 15 a game. Second free throw, now he's got 14. He'll get a rest. Still got blood coming out again, Jay. They're going to have to address that as Sam Hansen comes back in for him.
And I'm wondering if we might have some blood on the uniform of one of the Eagles, too. I think that's what they spotted in their stopping. Yeah.
And on the
There's
floor.
some blood on the court, yeah. John, I cover a fair amount of wrestling, so I'm not exactly, it's not a new thing to see that.
Well, they'll take care of that. And Cam Anderson's got to get that bleed stop, Jay. Obviously a valuable player for this team.
You saw Jackson McAndrew was
Yes.
having to deal with the same issue here at Target Center on Wednesday morning. See how Heritage can handle the pressure here. They have been a little shaky in some of the recent trips.
To beat that 10-second clock, and they do. Oh, and hey, nice job to gather that in. Is it going to count? Yes. And that's a big play, not only to get the points, but that would have been its third foul if that had been called another player control foul on Haig. Look at it again. Up and in.
You see how far down they are. And that, as much as anything, was going to make that one very unlikely to be a charge. Sam Hansen trying to take the charge, but he's way underneath the hoop by that point. Eagles needed that one. It was looking shaky to get it up court there.
Haig's got 5 points and just over 3 minutes to go. Heritage back to within 10. Palmer back into the lineup, replacing Haig.
Now we still got a little over 3 minutes to go, but if they could be within 10 or less heading into half, I think they'd feel pretty good after that stretch where the things weren't going well.
Anderson's back in for Heritage. 3 from Mitch Dewey is good. His first basket today.
That one was out near the NBA line, but he looked very confident in shooting it.
Palmer pass across to Booms. Booms and then knocked away. Now they're able to gather it back. Player advantage here in numbers, and Booms attacks and scores.
Second time he's had it knocked away and then recovers to score it. I actually thought he maybe was fouled on the initial one, but
contact, a blocking foul whistled on Heritage on Choquet. Look at this play again. It's almost a steal there for Mitch Dewey. And Booms again takes it right to the rack and scores.
Karawali picking up that foul. Booms seems like one of those guys who's got a little edge to him, like he's going to be confident going to the hoop. Not the biggest guy around, but
the foul on Tarawali is his second. Lefty with another free throw made. He's made 4 here for the Knights. Dots back in. And Taberwall. Wally will be replaced here by Drew Saylor, Jr. in for the first time today for the Eagles. Sather with the basketball. Pass intended for Booms, picked off instead by Dots. Ahead and rolls in for 2 for Mitch Dewey. Nice find by Dots to get his teammate. Then the senior Dewey with another hoop. Through the hands of Booms and another turnover for Heritage. Tim Herman up off the bench has settled down. He's telling these guys.
Yeah, they have definitely been bothered, and the Knights are changing up, how deep, as you get a look at that little Euro step move there and finish by Dewey, but how far they extend it is changing. They're kind of keeping them guessing on what's going to happen each time up court.
Anderson to Bine just lost it out of bounds. He's looking at the referee. I think I took some contact there, but nothing called. Haig in for Heritage. And Saylor out.
Boy, pretty much every whistle we have subs. It's interesting.
Bryce Chesbo in there, replacing Sam Hansen for West Central. Knights have opened up a 15-point lead here. The minute 40 to play in the first half. Haig, corner 3 is good.
He's a slasher, but he can shoot it from the outside as well.
8 points for he and Booms, their top scorers so far. Anderson back out, open three look for Chesbo.
Boy, Heritage is helping so much on those drives that it's allowing for some wide open looks.
Choquet through some traffic and then back out. Three way off the mark for Moulton. Out of bounds, West Central basketball. Coach Hunter's team playing a strong first half, 41 points on the board with a minute to play in the first 18 minutes here.
Yeah, and I like what they've done defensively in the latter part of the half as well.
Anderson to the basket, up too strong, rebounded by Palmer. Had it knocked away from behind, but picked up by Booms. Moulton, and almost did knocked out of bounds. This time, no turnover, just out of bounds off of the Knights.
I talked about trying to get it below 10 before the half. Doesn't quite look like that's going to happen, but still the Eagles would like to at least get some momentum going here, get a good possession, and try and finish with a bucket here.
Tara Wally back in for Heritage. Hits the pass from Moulton and puts in two. Second basket today for the junior.
Chesbo didn't want to pick up a foul. He also didn't want to get run over there. It looked like a little bit too. He backed up.
Anderson back out. Long three from Mitch Dewey. They're knocking down the threes here, especially late in the half. 15 seconds to go. Choquet, pass intercepted. Here comes West Central on the break again. Mitch Dewey pulls up now, back out. Cam Anderson, down to 6 seconds. Anderson back to Dewey, gets some separation. Well, short here by trying to follow up, but it was too late. And that is the end of the half. West Central really closing strong, knocking down shots, Jay, and they open up a 16-point lead at halftime.
Well, you can see why they've won as many games as they have, the way once they really got going here. I mean, for a while you wouldn't have guessed that they were going to get to 44 by halftime, but gosh, they've been very efficient, knocking down threes, scoring some inside early, some drives and dishes, and then, like I said, creating some of the turnovers is what really helped them extend this lead also.
Halftime at Target Center. Class A State Boys Basketball Quarterfinals. Their score, West Central area 44, Heritage Christian Academy 28. More from Minneapolis after this. Halftime at Target Center, West Central ahead of Heritage Christian 44-28. As we look at highlights from the first half, Heritage Christian get an early three-pointer here from Jonah Moulton. 3 3-pointers made by Heritage in the first half. And on the other end, West Central was really able to knock him down, especially later in the half. Cam Anderson had a strong first half offensively, had 3 there. Drive to the basket there on Haig. Basket and one opportunity. And then inside, good pass. Tara Wally finding Palmer for the hoop. Freshman with his only basket so far. Good sharing of the basketball by West Central. Kick out to the wing and Nelson with the 3. And this time it's out high. St. Hansen with the 3-point shot. And the turnovers became a factor too. Turnover here by Heritage Christian by Choquet. And a 2 for Dots. And another TO here. And Anderson ends up with a hoop here at the rim. Haig. Another chance for him to score and does. Haig with 8 first-half points. And then Booms able to survive that steal attempt and takes it all the way to the basket and score for Heritage. As we look at the scores, the top scorers for the first half, Booms and Haig, 8 points each to lead Heritage Christian Academy. Cam Anderson, 16 points, Dewey 8, and Chesbo 7 for West Central. Statistically, in that first half, Heritage Christian shooting 48%, but boy, look at the bottom number on the left. Turnovers, 15 for Heritage in their first half. And even though West Central's shooting percentage isn't as high, they're getting a big volume of shots up and hitting 50% from three-point land.
Yeah, I think the 15 turnovers and then the 8 made threes for West Central are kind of the two key stats out of that mix there. As Heritage, I think, first and foremost, they have to take care of the ball better, which will ultimately lead to better shots. That's probably their job number one, but also defensively, they've left too many open shooters. At some time, you might have to say, you got to stop your own guy, and we can't be helping off quite as much and leaving guys wide open for threes.
We'll take another timeout. We'll come back with the start of the second half. Class A State Boys Basketball on CCX. CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including full sporting events and daily newscasts. To find us, go to the store, search CCX, and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. The CCX Media app, available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Look at part of the first half as we get ready for the start of the second half. And West Central, Harry, the number 2 seed in Class A with a 16-point lead. The biggest thing for Heritage, Jay, while you try to come out on those three-point shooters a little bit. They had so many open looks. But also the thing we talked about at the break, the turnovers, 15 turnovers in the first half.
And it was interesting, too, how West Central kind of waited to come with pressure, and then they extended it three-quarter court. Sometimes it was more half court. It just felt like the Eagles weren't sure what they were going to get on the way up court, and had too many times where they tried to dribble through it a little bit and just weren't finding open guys. And sometimes the simple play, just a shorter passes, is what's going to be something that I think they would like to concentrate on to get the ball up court a little bit easier.
Winner of this game takes on either Fertile, Beltrami, or Goodhue Friday afternoon at Williams Arena. Three-point shot right off the first possession, but this time too long for Mitch Dewey and rebounded by Heritage. Shokeye into the front court to Booms. Back to Shokeye. This Tarawali just above the block. Dribbles back out. I'll try to curl down the wing. Lost it. Booms picks it up. Good pass to Moulton. Missed and rebounded by Anderson. And Tarawali commits the foul. That'll be his third. Booms, Tarawali, Shokeye, Moulton, and Haig for West Central by Chesbo, Anderson, Dewey, and Dots on the floor for West Central to start. But with that third foul on Tarawali, he comes out. And they bring back in Aaron Palmer.
Sometimes you're just a big guy like that. You know, when he bumps into somebody, they're going to get knocked down.
Dots, shot not good, rebounded by Palmer.
One of the first real forces by West Central there. That was not a very good shot. I thought he would drop it off.
Shokeye. And boy, good defense by Dots on him. Gets it back out to Moulton. He'll put up a three, not good. Rebounded by Bai. Camden Anderson, a big first half for West Central. Picks up his dribble here to By. Takes it past Palmer, got the block. Boom back for Heritage, and now we'll reset out top. Booms off to Moulton. Lost it on the floor. Guy got it away, but nobody there in a white uniform. That's easily picked up by Anderson.
He thought Palmer was going to roll to the basket, but he kind of stood stationary.
Spin move. Bryce Chesbo banks it in.
Boy, that was a tough look. There was quite a bit of contact when he spun there, too. It was actually pretty well defended.
Drive and blocked by Anderson. Blocking Boom's shot out of bounds. Look at that spin move and the little fadeaway off the glass. Not an easy shot.
That's the type of shot that even if there's no defender there, it wouldn't have been that easy. But he and Shoke bumped pretty hard and still able to stay concentrating and finish it.
Following that last play, not just out of bounds, and Booms goes to the line here for two. Heritage only one of now three from the free throw line in the game. Not gotten to the straight very much.
You know, and just shots have been harder to come by overall for them, it feels like.
Second one good. (46-29). Early second half here. Anderson. Shoke gets a block on him and gets the basketball. Anderson trying to get it back right on the baseline. Out of bounds off of Anderson. You guys help each other up.
Good disciplined defense to stay with him there and not go for the fakes. And then, you know, they've had a half to kind of realize that Anderson's a lefty now too, and good block.
Hansen back in for West Central. Ball deflected in the backcourt, and the steal results in the basket for Mitch Dewey.
Well, you hate to turn it over anytime, but especially right there. That was an easy two.
Mitch Dewey in the double figures now with 10 points. Shoke, tough shot, got fouled. He'll go to the line for two.
They've defended him very well that time, getting a little bit of contact, but still had forced him into a very difficult look. The little shake and bake just hasn't thrown anybody off. They're locking in and moving their feet very well and also helping defensively.
Shoke, we talked about him in the pregame, averaging nearly 19 points a game, has 1 3, the only basket today. Second one also off. Rebounded by By.
Little things like free throws too. If Heritage wants to make a run to try and get back in this one, they're going to need to knock some of those down.
By down low on Haig at double team, throws it back out top. Here's Anderson. Back to By. In a lot of traffic, still able to get a good shot up, but came up short. Moulton to Shoke into the front court. Fins lost the ball, got it back. Haig, open three is good.
Spotted up nicely and was ready to shoot it after they nearly turned it over again.
He's our leading scorer today, 11 points, got a couple of threes now. Deep three from Dewey is short. Mitch Dewey, and rebounded by HCA. Here comes Booms. Booms off onto the wing, gets it back to the corner. To Palmer. On By, short, rebounded by Anderson. time. Anderson attacking, lost the ball on his hip, picks it back up, tie up, loose ball, bodies all over. Moulton to Palmer, turnover for West Central. Here come the Eagles. Moulton back into the hands of Choquet. Spins, lost it, and a hold called on Mitch Dewey.
Another look at that as Josh able to recover this one, and then as the help D came, got it over to Haig in the corner. West Central doesn't look nearly as smooth here to begin this second half either. Heritage, I think, has stepped things up a little bit defensively and not getting as many clean looks. And you kind of figured even a good team probably maybe isn't going to keep shooting 50% on threes. Just the law of averages, that's hard to do.
Palmer. Back out high, booms. Choquet draws a crowd, missed on the shot, ball tipped and into the hands of Chesbo. Chesbo hanging it back to Anderson. Comes Dots into the paint. Anderson from the corner, short, rebounded by Palmer. So only 4 points for each team so far in this first half until that three from Moulton is up and in. He's got 2 threes in the game. And it's back to within 13. Timeout West Central. I can say not a lot of scoring early on, and Coach Hunter doesn't like everything that he's seen so far in the opening 5 minutes and takes a timeout.
Well, when you build a big halftime lead, it's kind of human nature to relax a little bit, maybe think it's going to be a little bit easier, and Heritage is scrapped back, and I don't want to say they're right back in it, but 13 down. After the way the first half, not just the score at the end of the first half, but the way it was trending, it wasn't looking good for them. But they've come out and battled back. I thought their defense had been much better to start this half. It seems as though they've kind of made a commitment to attack a little bit more offensively, too. Sometimes it's not working. I mean, they've had some balls knocked away, and things have looked a little bit scrambled at times. But I think their coaches may have asked for, let's go down swinging at least. Let's be a little more aggressive.
Out of the timeout, Anderson. Zips the pass across, and then a nice good look inside, outside. Anderson driving, too strong, by had a hand on it, back into the hands of Anderson. And traveling whistled on Dots after he took the pass from Dewey. Defense by Heritage, turnover on the Knights.
They've been doing a better job of getting to shooters this half. It just seems like things came easy down the stretch for West Central, and it's not been the case so far here to start the second.
Booms, hands off, Palmer. A lot of trouble in traffic there, and By easily knocked that out of bounds.
Still getting his footwork down. Palmer looking a little bit unsure there.
Sam Hansen back in. And Anderson out for West Central. Moulton into Tarawali. Takes it to the basket. This moves by the big man. Gets it up and in for 2. He's got 3 baskets in the game.
Nice strength, too, as somebody grabbed at the ball, but he was able to just go right through it.
Dots. Oh, good look. Hansen able to finish.
We could see that one from our angle developing. He flashed into an open spot nicely.
Palmer ahead of the break. Scores it. Chesbo. Corner 3 ball. Too strong from Dewey. Rebound by Booms. Here comes Heritage. Moulton. Another 3. Jonah Moulton. 2 threes here. Heritage back to within 8.
Boy, the script is really flipped here. It seems like West Central now a little bit of unsure of themselves on the shots.
Heritage crowd has come alive. Short on the shot. Tara Wally rips it away from By. 50-42. Booms gets fouled. Fouls on Dots.
Another look at this one as he hands it back over, and Moulton, quick little crossover dribble to get himself ready and launching it. You can see they're playing with confidence right now.
Moulton averages 13 points a game. Starting to get into a rhythm here shooting on the big court here at Target Center. This one's short though, well short, and rebounded by Anderson. The handoff to Chespo. Marshall Dewey and then to Anderson. He'll pull up with the shot, not good, and Tara Wally at inside position and Marshall Dewey and gets the rebound.
Those kind of shots seem like they were falling in the first half of the Knights, but just can't find it now.
Shokeye off to Palmer, back to Shokeye. Tara Wally out high. And get a foul on West Central. Going to be on Marshall Dewey.
They had two guys around him, but he did a good job protecting the ball, pivoting. It would have been interesting to see whether there would have been a charge or block, but they called a reach in before it.
By and Hansen back in for the Knights.
Boy, a complete reversal here. Heritage, to be honest, at halftime, it wasn't looking like they were going to hang in this game.
Moulton, Tara Wally backing down By, this time an offensive foul. Not like that call.
Another look at it as he goes on the attack here against By. Yeah, I don't know. I could see it going either way on that one.
That's his fourth, Jay, so he's going to have to come out. I'm not saying it wasn't a foul, but sometimes just because you're so big and strong, right? And guys are going to go down a little easier, too, just because of your size.
And it's believable when they go down, too.
Yes. Anderson in a lot of traffic, finds his open shooter in the corner, and those are the kind of shots that West Central was getting in the first half. And Bryce Chesbo with his third three today. First made three for West Central here in the second half after hitting 8 in the first half. Moulton again for three. Short on the shot. He goes down. Play on Anderson with it for West Central. Hansen skips it across. Chesbo back. Anderson will try a three. This one short and rebounded by Shokeye for Heritage.
And it feels like Anderson's trying to shoot his way back into rhythm like he was in the first half.
Shokeye, Moulton open three. He made a couple, but now he's missed in his last three attempts. Rebound by Anderson. Long pass intended for By, out of bounds. Turnover for the Knights.
And that one was probably a gamble not worth taking. There was a defender in between, so he had to throw it up high, but threw it too high.
We're at the midway point of the second half. 11-point lead for West Central. Heritage down 16 at halftime, got as close as 8. Now down by 11 and just turned the ball over. Moulton dribbled it off his foot.
Knights coming back to that trap, which was really a key down the stretch of that first half. And it looks like Heritage is doing what we said they needed to do, not try to dribble through it so much, but that time ended up turning it over.
Anderson off to the right wing. Shot too strong on the three. By underneath. Might get Haig for a foul here on Heritage.
Probably a fortunate one, actually, for the Eagles because he was going to have an easy putback.
Oh, it's going to be on Moulton.
Returning to the game for the Knights is Bryce Chesbro.
Chesbro back in for West Central. Lob into Chesbro. Back to Anderson off the inbound. Finds Chesbro. Another three for him. Short. Rebounded by Palmer. Booms. Choquet. Oh, unable to finish at the rim.
Boy, that one was halfway down.
Anderson back ahead for Dots. He traveled.
Second similar one that he's had. Watch this last drive, and I was getting ready to say what a great finish he had made here. I thought it was going to spin in. Boy, they had 44 points in the first half and just 9 so far in the first 10 minutes.
But still ahead by double digits.
Yeah, that's what building that kind of lead. It was the opposite for Heritage in their section final against West Lutheran. They played a dynamite first half and then had to hold off a big rally by West.
Heritage, although they've made some big shots, still just 14 points here in the second half, so they've even been lighting on fire. And there's a three ball in for Choquet, his second basket of the day. Back to single digits, 8-point game. Pass through the hands of Hansen and out of bounds. Anderson trying to fire it from in front of his bench, and turnover for the Knights.
Another look at Booms, able to kind of draw that quick double, and Choquet was ready to let it go. Sometimes when you fall behind like that, it's like, well, the pressure's off now. We might as well just go after it. And that's sort of how they've been playing in the second half.
Palmer, nice spin move by there on the defensive end, but unable to block the shot of the freshman. Heritage as close as they've been since midway through the first half to 6-point game. Ball on the floor, turned over again by West Central. Here comes Booms for Heritage. Now we'll hold it out. To Haig, Choquet. Palmer at the free throw line. Haig guarded by Anderson. A couple dribbles and back out to Booms. And a drive here on Hansen. And we're going to get a tie-up, a reach around and hand on the ball by Sam Hansen. Alternate possession will keep it with Heritage. Tarawali with 4 fouls returns Jay to the lineup for Heritage here with 6:35 to play.
Yeah, he had a good stretch. I mean, they need him.
Choquet, shot not good. Rebound pulled down by Mitch Dewey. Dewey into the hands of Bai. Now Dots. Back to Bai. Open look on the wing for Chesbro, but doesn't take it. Shot clock winding down to 10. 6 minutes to go in the game. Bai, skip pass across. This one does go up for Hansen, not good. Rebounded by Tarawali. They look inside off the block for Tarawali. Turns on Bai and scores. The 4-point game.
He wasn't afraid of being aggressive there offensively. Kind of lowered the shoulder again a little bit and just went right through the contact and scored it. And the Eagles fans are erupting. Just a interesting turn of events the way the second half has gone. Another look as they dump this one down low, and Tarawali, watch him turn right into Bai, and he's not going to take no for an answer. Bai going straight up, and Tarawali finishing right through the contact.
As you mentioned, Jay, didn't look great for Heritage at halftime. They were turning the ball over. West Central was seeming to knock everything down, getting the shots they wanted to close out that half, but they have turned it on and kept West Central from scoring much at all here in the second half. And part of that is West Central not playing as well, but Heritage has defended better, I thought, too, and forced a couple more turnovers.
Well, and this one, John, has gone from being like, well, they might make it interesting to they're within striking range to win this game now at 4 points, still 5.5 to go. And you have to believe when you're the team that had the big lead that they're kind of feeling a little tense right now. West Central, everything, like we talked about, seemed to flow so easily down the stretch of that first half for them. They were just kind of doing whatever they wanted, making shots, getting steals and all that. But the game has turned in a big-time hurry.
Numbers on Choquet and Palmer, 10 rebounds already for him so far for Heritage. Now on defense, the team trailing by just 4. 5.5 minutes to go in the second half. Three ball on the way, short. Tarawali rebounds the miss off the hand of Mitch Dewey. Has to make it a one-possession game. Choquet does it. It's a two-pointer. 53-51.
That was a man-sized screen by Tarawali to free him up there, too. Wow.
Anderson pull-up shot is good.
That's when the Knights needed.
Yeah, that's his first basket in the second half after having 16 points in the first half. Moulton, 3. Looks like it's off. It is. Tarawali, though, with the rebound. And it's stripped away, and we'll get a tie-up. Jump ball, it'll be over to West Central.
Jim Herman pleading their case that he got hit on the way, trying to recover that ball.
Four and a half minutes to go. Cam Anderson off onto the wing to the pass to Mitch Dewey and back into Anderson's hands. With Dewey, open three, not good. Tarawali, another rebound. Jump ball, and back over to Heritage once again.
Jump ball. Possession arrow belongs to Heritage Christian.
West Central just trying to find their offense again. A lot of those are similar shots to what they're making in the first half. One thing they haven't been able to do, though, is get very much, inside, like quick passes inside. And you might have somebody bleeding. Is it either Tarawali's bleeding or just on his uniform, perhaps? He might have a little cut.
Yeah. On his cheek and on his uniform there. So he'll have to come out. Well, they tend to that. That pressure by West Central in the first half that was very effective in the first half in causing turnovers, causing trouble for Heritage here. And they get the steal. And then a foul on Palmer.
Dewey was able to rake it away from Palmer, who is, again, a young player and at times kind of looks it. And right there, they just knocked it away from him.
14th foul on Heritage. So no free throws yet here for West Central. 15 fouls on the Knights here in the second half. Anderson dials up a three-pointer, a big shot hit by him. So he's had a couple of big baskets on their last two of the last 3 times down the court to extend the lead for West Central. Booms to Choquet, across to Moulton. 3, too strong. And rebounded by Anderson. 3.5 to go. West Central now with a 7-point lead on the ball. Anderson trying to pass it into the lane and off the hands of Chesbo. Loose ball. Haig has it. Bodies all over. Choquet gets it to the front court to Palmer. He'll hand it back to Haig. Haig for Moulton. Off to Booms and to Choquet. They put up a three. Too strong. Rebounded by Anderson. Under 3 minutes to go, and now every possession becomes key, right, Jay, for Heritage? Well, on both ends of the floor for Heritage, the no-point possessions, and you only get so many times with the basketball. 15 on the shot clock, 2:35 on the game clock. Anderson shot up, not good. Pretty good luck for him, but couldn't get it to go. Choquet rebounds, front court. Palmer attacking, over by, missed the shot, rebounded by Chesbo. Chesbo will take it back the other way for West Central, high off the glass and scores. Timeout for Heritage. It's become a 9-point game with 2:17 to go.
Good aggressive drive to the hoop that time. As you know, they've been a little more tentative, and understandably so, with seeing their lead shrink and shrink down the stretch here, but for right now for West Central, this was a big hoop and a confident hoop. You know, you couldn't have faulted him if they pulled back out and said, let's use a little clock, but he saw that they had a little advantage because Palmer was down at the other end. Tough finish up and over, and Chesbo with a very big hoop. West Central right now feeling like, well, maybe we, kind of weathered the storm a little bit. Still not out of it as Heritage, but 9 looks a lot bigger than 4 that it was just 45 seconds or a minute ago.
Well, and they've got a few more fouls they have to give before they can even put West Central at the line to try to get them to miss potentially the front end of a 1-on-1. They're just 4 team fouls.
Yeah, that's normally a good thing to not be fouling, but right now they probably wish they were a little closer to the bonus. And like you just touched on earlier, they're the time and score now, Heritage does not have much margin for error. They can't have empty trips, and they can't give up anything easy, and they're really going to have to press the issue a little bit. They can't allow West Central to just work the ball around and use up the shot clock either.
Remember on Griffin Booms today, 9 points, and then here Wally mentioned he averages a double-double. He's close to that in points. He already has 11 rebounds, and that's in limited minutes. With the foul trouble he's had, he's back into the game. And here we go for Heritage. All comes down to these last few possessions. Trying to scrape their way back in after being down by as many as 16. Got to within 2, and then a big basket there in the lane by Booms. First basket for him in the second half. He's 11 points. The margin is 7 with under 2 minutes to go.
West Central going to spread it out, try to use some clock, and then maybe get an easy one.
Anderson shot up and in.
Boy, he's been clutch. When they've needed buckets down the stretch after really struggling, he's hit a few big ones.
23 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists for him. Haig trying to answer with a 3. Not good. Loose ball corralled by Mitch Dewey. Anderson into the front court on the pass to Dots. Foul on Heritage. With 1:25 to go.
Like you mentioned, they've got to take some fouls now. The time situation is such that you maybe go for a steal hard, but then if you don't get it, you got to take a foul.
Now at 5 team fouls. Chesbo attacks, not good. Rebound by Choquet. Ahead to Booms. Booms, pull-up 3, short. Got his own rebound. Kicks it back out to Choquet. Just over a minute to play. 3 by Molden, way off there. Rebounded by Bai. 1 minute to play. 9-point lead for West Central. Anderson, nice dish off. Oh, unable to finish at the rim was Hansen. Here comes Haig. Hands it back. Choquet trying to get some separation on Dot. Scoops it off the glass. Not good. Rebound secured by Dewey. to Anderson to the front court, 35 seconds to go. And a shot blocked by Palmer. Getting it back, Chesbowen puts it in.
Basket's good by number 20.
Moulton, three, not good. Loose ball taken by By. Down to 15 seconds to play. And we'll get a late foul here on Moulton, and West Central is going to advance on to the semifinals.
Some tense moments down the stretch for them after the great rally by Heritage, but ultimately this Knights group able to kind of regroup and hang on and even pull away a little bit toward the end.
Brady Lindquist, Dane Anderson getting in the final seconds here. Douglas Cooper back in for Heritage. And nice for Coach Hunter to get a couple of his seniors on the floor if it's only for 10 seconds here on the Target Center floor.
Yeah, and this is really the first time that they felt comfortable enough that they can do some subbing like that too.
Anderson's going to dribble this one out, and West Central, a 16-point halftime lead, saw it cut to 2. But in the end, they closed strong, and Camden Anderson had a big part in that, Jay. Had some big hoops for them, and they advance on with a 11-point win here today.
Yeah, great first half. Heritage came back at them real hard. You have to like the compete level from the Eagles. At halftime, it didn't really look like maybe they were going to stay in this one. They really fought back hard and gave them all they could handle. And if you're West Central, style points isn't what it's all about here in this. I'm sure they're going to be thinking, well, we didn't do as well in the second as we would have liked, but if you come to the state tournament, just winning that first game is really what you're aiming for, and they were able to get it done here today. I thought a lot of things to like for both teams, though.
Heritage Christian dropping to 21-8 and into the consolation bracket. West Central, the 2 seed, 28-3, moving into the semifinals against either Goodhue or Ferno Beltrami. I want to thank all of our crew here, not only today, but all winter season. This is our last telecast of the winter sports season. We'll be back with spring season, hopefully in April, depending on how much snow we get in the next 4 days. But thanks so much for tuning in for today. For Jay Wilcox and all of our crew, I'm John Jacobson. So long from the Target Center. West Central over Heritage Christian Academy in Class A.